Pisces, hi. So this is going to be a reading for mid-August 2023, and I'll do the reading for you and then I'll close it off with a oracle card. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended at the end of the video. You can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Well, let's see, Pisces. Here we go. The overall energy for the reading, the moon. Well, that's your energy right there. This is quite extreme, this reading so far. Things are showing up quite at the opposite ends, opposite extremes here. But I don't know. I really don't know. There's too many factors at play here, so we'll see when we clarify about this one. Starting off the reading, you get the Ten of Pentacles crossed by the Lovers. I kind of get the sense that this is the intention of what this wants to be. You know, something stable, something strong, deep, powerful between you and somebody else. Bring it on, kind of an energy, you know. In your focus here is the Nine of Swords. There's a lot of stress about things here. There's a lot of you being up in your head about something. In the recent past, the Judgment card, and there's been some changes for sure. It's like a scattered kind of an energy. It's like all over the place. And I feel like you're just trying to bring it from all over the place and put it in one place and be like, sit still already, you know? That's how it kind of feels. Now I understand your stress here. In your strength, the Seven of Cups, that's multiple choices, multiple options you may have about things in general, and especially in regards to this situation. In the immediate future, the Page of Swords, a little bit of movement, a little bit of something going on. Supporting this reading, the Five of Swords, lots of deception there. Lots of complicating of things. Okay. The energy that surrounds you, and you may not be aware of it, the Page of Pentacles. Whatever this is and whichever way it turns out, I feel like it's gonna be quite the lesson to learn, this experience, you know, from this experience. I have no idea what the lesson is yet, because it's too all over the place, but as soon as things settle down, I'm sure something will be revealed to you. In your hopes and fears, the Hermit, I mean, you're hoping for it too. You're hoping that this is beneficial. Because the way it presents itself, it just looks like stressing. It just looks like spread out too much. Like, what the hell is going on kind of a thing. And then you're hoping that things will settle down to the point of, I can at least grab them from somewhere. And I can at least, you know, do something about something here. For the potential outcome, the Devil. I feel like it's going to turn out to be quite the unhealthy situation overall. Whatever the hell is happening. And it is unhealthy in itself just now by being the way it is. You know, all chaotic there. Chaotic looking or feeling. Let's clarify. Let's see what the hell is going on here. Let me do the Moon. The Four of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the King of Pentacles. That's interesting. Oh, wow. Okay. So what the hell is going on? Because it feels like your energy is quite stable. Your energy is quite strong, quite stable. Just almost like think of it as, you know, you have a house in the middle of a freaking tornado and everything is getting ripped apart outside, but inside is stable. Inside it's good. It's like, we're all good. Everything's good here. We're protected. Nothing's happening. We're good. What? Lots of stability in there. Either you have that and you don't know you have it, or you have it and you know you have it, and then it's like a shit show outside of yourself. Okay, let's do the Ten of Pentacles here. The High Priestess, the Queen of Cups, the Five of Cups. Let me do the Lovers. The Justice card, the King of Swords, the Ten of Wands. Because you're showing me this stable foundation to something, and then you're showing me this very powerful connection. So it could be that you're pointing me out to a connection you belong to, you're part of, and you're showing me it's pretty sturdy, pretty, pretty solid there. Some damage has been done at some point, but I feel like it's been kind of restored, not as strong as it used to be. It's not showing the same kind of, you're almost there. It's not like the damage has been done, it has been worked on, you're almost there with it. I don't see that being the cause of the chaos necessarily. If anything, that's what's keeping the calm inside. You know what I mean? So, but it feels very difficult, like this final stretch of almost there. We're almost there with it. It feels quite difficult to achieve. Like, like almost stumbling upon something right at the end there. Let's do the Nine of Swords. I'm just being kind of frustrated, like we made it this far and now we're fucking it up, it feels like that a little bit. Nine of Swords, you get the Strength card, the King of Wands, the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, and there's fear starts to show up because of this bump in the road right there at the end of almost making it. Man, and there's so much energy here to support this, like really making it, from almost making it to really making it. There's a lot of energy backing that up, but there's also the freaking bump is pretty big, so it's like that actually calls out for fear, for insecurities, for oh my god, we're not gonna make it, stressing about stuff. It's like a battle between energies, the ones that are supporting this, let's go and make it, and the ones that are kind of pulling it down, being like, you're not gonna make it, you're gonna fuck it up right at the end there, wow, what is going on here? Let's do the Judgment card in the recent past, the Page of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups. Yeah, this is the shift, because whatever damage has been done at some point, and I don't know when, and I don't know how much damage, and I don't know what that damage looks like and what it did to the situation, but it is looking like things have shifted towards a better direction. Like, okay, we fucked this up, now let's go fix it. Okay, let's. So I see two energies here working on this, so definitely deciding to, okay, let's go. And why the hell stumble at the end? What the hell happened here? Let's do the Seven of Cups in your Strength. It's not a stumble. It's definitely a bump. It's definitely a bump that I feel like you're gonna pass for sure, but it's creating so much commotion for nothing almost. For the Seven of Cups, you get the Seven of Swords, the Page of Pentacles. Ooh. You're not seeing options here. You're getting to the point of this bump pulling you so hard down that you're starting to not see that you have options here, to get over the bump. Because you do have options. We always have options. When we choose not to see them anymore, we're kind of lost in the downpour of things, not in the okay, let's look on the positive side here, so we're definitely getting a little lost in low vibration energies there when we choose to not see any kind of options, like no, I can't, or there's nothing I can do, or things like that. I feel like that's where the lesson is, even when you're down there and you see absolutely nothing, I'm in the dark here kind of place. Check in with yourself, because you do see that there's plenty of options there. When you do check in with yourself, when you tune into yourself, it's very hard to do from there, but it's not impossible, because when you get to that place in these low vibration energies, basically what happens is the exterior energies pull at you, and they pull you outside of yourself intentionally to keep you there in this swirl of bad luck events and all sorts of things happening like that, And when you choose to not pay attention to, not to pay attention, because you are going to pay attention, but when you choose to say like, okay, these things are happening, cool things around me that are happening in this swirl of craziness. Give me a freaking minute. I'm busy. I need my time out. And that's when you choose to go inward, not pay attention to the outward anymore, because that's going to pull you out and it's going to keep you out. You know, the inside knows, the inside sees the options, the choices you have, but you got to be honest with you in there. And again, it's going to be hard, but not impossible. Let's do the Page of Swords in the immediate future. There it is. The King of Cups, the Moon, the Ten of Cups. Yeah, and don't forget why you're doing this to begin with. You know? You're showing it to me again. Determination, love. You have a goal here, you and whoever this is, but don't you forget your goal. Don't you forget the direction in which you're heading with this. And it's going to get hard along the way, yeah. You're going to have lots of obstacles. But so freaking what? As long as you stick to your goal, doesn't matter how hard it gets, you know? So I see you turning it around, slowly but surely. Really taking it easy, one step at a time, one day at a time kind of a thing. And remembering why you're doing this for. Because at times when it gets really hard, we forget. We're like, why the hell was I doing this? Why would I put myself through this? I'm not doing this. I even forgot why the hell I was doing this, so I'm not going to do this. You know, we forget our goals a lot of times when it gets really hard. So let's do the Five of Swords for the supportive energies. The Ace of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, the Ace of Swords. And there's a thin line there too, you know, in terms of how far are you willing to go to achieve what you want. Because there's that remembrance of why you're doing this. And there's that, let me stick to my goal. And then there's that, I'll destroy everything on my path to get to where I need to get to. And you're looking, a lot of the times, you're like, nothing is hard for me, nothing. And then it actually disconnects you from you. Because you are willing in those times to not take in consideration anything and anyone that stands in your way. And a lot of people or a lot of circumstances are not in your way to harm you or anything, you know? But you going at it from the perspective of, you're not even taking into consideration that, okay, this wasn't here to harm me, but I harmed it because I needed it removed. So there's a thin line, you know? So it becomes deceptive. When you're willing to cut through rocks there with your swords and moving forward, that's taking it a little too far in pursuing your goals, you know? Let's do the Page of Pentacles. For the Page of Pentacles and the hidden energies, you get the Knight of Pentacles, the World card, the Four of Pentacles. Okay. I mean, you've definitely learned this lesson about choices, about knowing that you have choices even when you believe you don't have any. You've learned this lesson in the past, but it feels like you're kind of pulling it up from your sleeve there. You're like, you're almost at a time that you need this lesson, because you're showing me so much, like you're pointing me in that direction, but with a lot of stubbornness. Like you're like, okay, you're shoving my face in this lesson, basically. And you're not, ironically, you're not seeing it. Your higher self is showing me this almost like a reminder, because you're not seeing it clearly. Like you may be in need of it, where currently you may think you have not many options, not many choices. And you kind of shoving my face into this kind of tells me that you've learned this lesson already. So you should have a lot of options and a lot of choices at this time, even if you think you don't, you know? So it's kind of forcing me to bring it out for you. Let's do the Hermit in your hopes and fears. The Three of Cups, the Ten of Swords, the Page of Cups. It's not, why, how did this get so complicated? Because it did start with a bump in the road over the situation, but it got so evolved that right now it looks like a freaking volcano in the road. It started from a little bump, turned into a volcano. Where you're showing me the simplicity of it. You know, you're showing me how easy it is and it could be, but then you're showing me the freaking volcano. Where, again, in the beginning, it started with a little something there. And now it's like, but it's because these energies grew so much and were so intensified that, and then remembering how easy it is, but only when you connect to yourself. When you disconnect from self, it's a volcano. When you're connected to self, you see it as a little obstacle, yes, but not impossible to cross, just like that, you know. Let's do the devil. I feel like you may need some time for self to connect to self a little more, because otherwise things get very complicated very fast here. For the devil, in the potential outcome, you get the Hierophant, the Two of Swords, the Magician. Yeah. And you're going to attract all sorts of things like these if you choose to stay connected to the outside energies, which are the complicated ones, which are the ones that are forming the freaking volcano there. I feel like you're trying to manifest from that place, from that space of that, and those are not great energies to manifest from. So whatever you attract is going to be quite unhealthy, because you're manifesting from unhealthy territory. When you go inward, think of it as what I gave you in the beginning, right? The tornado outside of yourself, and then inside, stillness. When you go inward and try to manifest from there and work with the universe from there, different stories. You might attract the same kinds of energies that you have inward to kind of settle on the outside. So it might bring peace on the outside, you know? So it's a matter of establishing how much you want to feed the outside energy versus the inside energy at this time, you know? Because trust me, it's not that complicated as it seems. The outside makes it look complicated. But when you go in the inside, you're showing me how easy it is, how simple. And then the freaking volcano, which is on the outside, that created all of this mess. So, let's see what the universe has to close it off. The Nine of Pentacles, the Star, the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, keep focused, keep focused on your goal, go inward, try to work from that place rather than from the outside energies, and keep your focus on the goal and watch it with that focus to not go beyond that threshold of, oh, anything that comes my way, I'm gonna blow fire on them, and it's gonna be ugly. No reason to, especially when you come from that inward kind of an energy, you know. Because from there, you got it. You don't need to set any stones on fire or anything like that. Those are going to move out of the way. They're not going to resonate with the energy you're bringing in. So, anyways, let's do the Mystical Shaman Oracle. Look. The Curse. I say the curse, and then the girl walks in and she scared the shit out of me. I'm like, what are you doing, girl? 14. Juno is eager for water signs. Of course she is. She's a water sign herself. Okay. The Essence. The curse refers to the limiting stories of our ancestors and the karma from former lifetimes that preordains the events of our lives. It is the source of negative patterns, and it can show up as a disease, a destructive force, or a blockage on our creative energy. The curse holds us hostage to a false story that we confuse for reality. Recognizing the original wound that is playing out in our life can heal it. The invitation. It is time to recognize the source of your limitations. Did your grandparents live with a mindset of scarcity? Did you inherit genes from heart disease? Were you a slave or a master in a past life? This karmic legacy is ready and waiting to be seen, to be untangled, and to be released. Honor the players and their stories. Forgive everyone and everything. Craft a new life course for yourself. The medicine. Be aware of your actions. Act with impeccable intention so as not to create a debt or karma that sooner or later someone has to pay. What you do to others, you also do to yourself and to the people you love the most. Now you have the opportunity to clean it up. And I gotta clean up this. So, hope this helped. See you next time. Bye. Ow!